I want to create a way to use every skill that I've developed on the door. Maybe I can do this over the phone. Maybe there's a way to create a system that can be mailed out, plugged in, remotely installed, and I can sell it in a call center.
Yeah.
And so I was pretty familiar with the whole call center environment, and I had done some light research, and I'm like, okay, I think I could put this together, and I think I could make this work. And as I was kind of piecing that together, I ran into a guy. I won't even tell you his name.
Okay.
I have a reason why, but so I ran into a guy that introduced me to another guy named Chris Lee, and Chris Lee was starting an alarm company, and he's like, you need to come in and share your idea about a call center with this Chris Lee guy, because he's got funding and he's starting this. So I went in and I gave him there's the good pitch, a bad pitch, and then there's the son of a pitch. And I gave him the son of a pitch.
Yeah.
And he just loved it, and his partners were there, and he's like, okay, so you want to take your door-to-door experience, instead of building a team, going out, you want to do this all in a call center. And it was pretty unheard of to do phone sales for home security. A few people were doing it. A company called Protect America, I believe, had just launched, and they were having some success.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I think I know how to get this all put together, right? So we spent 6 months getting everything prepped, getting a good team together, figuring out the lead source, the dialer. And as I was piecing this together, I met a guy named Dave Lee, who was Chris's older brother. He was this operational guy, this heavy hitter out of Salt Lake. He was working at Granite Mill as a big ops guy and running a bunch of they had, a little bit of tech, but mostly just their projects. And he was super interested in being involved, and he was Chris's brother. So he's like, hey, let me get involved in this. I don't need to be on the sales side, but I can run all of the, the lead side and the operations side, and you can focus on growing the sales side. So we're like, okay, let's do it. Start that up. About 6 months into that, the company just blew up in the worst way. So the guy that introduced me to Chris ended up stealing a bunch of money from the company.
Oof.
And then the other partner had, not to the same degree, but he was also stealing money from the company. And the company ended up going bankrupt, and Chris had personal bankruptcy issues. And he had taken money from his father-in-law and his father to do this, and it was real bad.
Yeah.
And so we were cruising along in our call center, and all of a sudden it was like, guys, we're done.
Yeah.
The money's gone. Everything.
And were you invested too in that?
I
Did you
didn't
have
personally
money?
put money in. I was heavily invested from a sweat equity standpoint
for
into
sure.
the call center side, but
sure.
I hadn't invested any of my own money, just personal time, right? So I was like, dang, we were just kind of getting started, and now this opportunity's gone.